The next topic is called as decision making and branching. We know that our Java program execute in sequential order. That means execution will be done statement by statement. But there may be have a condition where we have to change the execution sequence. We may have to change the order of execution of statement based on certain condition. Whenever a certain condition met, we have to change the execution sequence. This involves a kind of decision making. Now, one decision making has to be done. Whether a particular condition is occurred or not, we have to check. Depending on that condition, we have to direct our computer execution to a certain statement accordingly. For example, see, we are running Java program sequentially, one by one. But the situation occurs here, the execution starts one statement after the other. But sometimes we have to check a condition here. If a condition returns some value here, we have to jump to a different location. Instead of run from sequential order, we have to jump to a different location and start the execution from there. Okay, such condition occurs in Java program. When a Java program breaks the sequential flow and jumps to another part of the code, like that here. Okay, sequential flow will be break and jump to the another part of the code. It is called branching. This type of technique is called as branching. If we apply some condition, and depending on that condition, the jump occurs. We checked some condition here. If the condition becomes true, then jump here. Such condition will be applied for the jump, then it is called as conditional branching. In Java, this is called as decision making. This is called as decision making and branching. Okay, now in Java, this decision making can be done by three steps or three statements: if statement, switch statement, and conditional operator statement. The conditional operator statement I already mentioned. It is nothing but a question mark and here colon. This conditional operator statements is behave like a if else statement. I explain this if else statement next. It is work in similar way. The first one is called as decision making with if statement. If statement is generally used when we basically have two-way decision statement. For example, if this condition is true, do this one, else do this one. Like the condition occurs, in that case we are using if statements here. If statement takes one test expression. Most of the times this expression is relational or logical operations, which always return true or false. This if condition always return true or false. Okay, now this is an example here. Now this is a simple if statement. The simple if statement, the general form is if test expression, in bracket we have to write test expression. This is the conditional statement. Then I have to use here a block of statement here. Next, the statement continues. Statement X means it continues outside the if statement. If this test expression return true, then this statement block will be executed. Otherwise, if this is false, this statement block will be skipped and the statement X will be executed. Now I will explain with some here flow chart. Here the conditional expression will be tested here. If it returns true, this is the if statement. If this is true, then run the statement block and go to the statement X outside the if block. If this is false, it never executes the statement block, it directly goes to the statement X outside the if statement. It never executes this block. Okay, this is about if statement. Now you learn all these concepts in the previous C programming. So I am just giving the brief knowledge here. What are the general syntax as well as how that particular if statement, switch statement works here. The next one is called as if else statement. We are using one more keyword else, where I have to use such general form here. This is the general form for if else statement. Here, if first it will check the condition here. If this condition is true, this if returns, condition returns true, then this true block will be executed. If this condition is false, then the false block which is placed in the else part will be executed. Whatever may be the condition here, it may be true or false. Depending on that condition, either true block will be executed or false block will be executed. Any one of this block will be executed, then goes to the next of the if statement. This will be explained with some block diagram here, flow diagram. Now the if condition is tested here. If the if condition is true, it goes to the true block statement. A block of statement will be executed here, goes out of the if statement. If this if statement is false, then go to the false block, that means else part, then execute the else part, then goes to the out of the if statement. Okay, this is work here. In similar way, all these are the examples given in your books. You can just read it from your books. Next, nesting of if else statement. Nesting means one inside the another. If you create a one if statement inside another if statement, it's called as a nesting. In nesting, it will test condition will be done at the outer if statement. If it is true, then only the inner test will be checked. If this condition is false, this inner test will be never be checked. Okay, this is called as if else statement, which is explained by here the flow chart. Here the outer if condition is checked first. If it returns true, then the inner test condition will be matched. This is the inner if condition. If this returns true, the inner if condition returns true, then the statement 1 will be executed. If this inner test condition is false, then else part of this inner if condition is tested or executed. That is statement 2. Here, in both the case, whether the inner if condition is true or false, the outer if statement has to be true. If the outer if statement is false, then the else part of the outer test will be executed. That is statement 3. In either case, this test 1, test 2 or test 3 will be executed. Once any one of this, statement 1, statement 2 and statement 3 will be executed. If any one of these executed, after this it come out of the if statement and execute statement X. In similar way, we have one more variation of if statement. It is called as else if ladder. One more variation of if statement is else if ladder. The else if ladder will be like this way. This is the general form. If this condition is true, execute statement 1. If this condition is false, then go to the else part and check one more condition here. Else if means if this condition is false, check for the second condition. If the second condition is true, execute statement 2. If the condition 2 is also false, go for another else if statement. Check for the another condition. Like more than one condition will be checked. If no condition will be checked here, at the end we have a default statement, that is else part. If no condition will be matched, then the else part will be executed. Once the else will be done, it comes out of the if loop. This is called as else if ladder. Such type of if statements are very helpful in some programs. So this is one example where we can use such if else if ladder. Now I already have a average marks of a student. Now I have to give some grade depending his average marks. Now imagine I don't know what actually the student got average marks. So I have put some condition here. If the student got more than 80 or equal to 80, that means more than 79, he is actually having a grade honor, just like a distinction. If the student got more than 60, 60 to 79, okay, he is actually first division. If the student got 50 to 59, he got second division. 40 to 49, third division. If he got less than 39, he is failed. Now this is the condition I have to meet. This is the best example for else if ladder. What I have to do? First I have to check for the honor here. If the student got more than 79, it's nothing but 80 to 100. Then I have to give the grade honor, that is a distinction. If the student got less than 780, that means 60 to 79. So I have to check for one more condition here. If this is false, if the student is not a distinction or honor, that means he is less than 80. It should be more than 59. That means 60 to 79. Here else if marks greater than 59 means the marks should be greater than 59 up to 79. Then I have grade value here first division. Till the student got less marks, then I have to check for the marks between 49 to 60. Okay, 49 to 60. Then else if marks is greater than 49, that up to 60, then it is second division. Else if marks is greater than 39, is just a third division, means 39 to 50. If the student got not any marks greater than 40, he got less than 40, that is nothing but fail. If once I calculated the grade, I can display the grade in the outside the if statement here. This is a good example for else if ladder, which is explained by this flow chart. This condition is false, check here. This condition is false, check here. This condition is false, check here. If any one of this condition is true, run the statement here. If no one is true, then run the default, that is else part. Okay, that is explained here. That's called as else if ladder. Now the next is called a switch statement. I told that I can use a multiple if statement and select a particular alternative in my program. When one of my alternative is to be selected, I have many choice. Within that choice, I have to pick one block of code. I have multiple blocks of code. Depending on the condition, I have to select one block of code. In that case, I can use the if statement. It is possible. But whenever I use multiple blocks of, I have to select multiple blocks of statements. Using if condition, our programs becomes very complex. It is difficult for the programmer to read. It is very difficult for the programmer to understand. Our program becomes very complex, so difficult to read, difficult to understand. it may confuse the programmer, designer may be confused. So it is better to use another type of statement called a switch statement, which make our program very easy to learn. So the switch statement is also called as multi-way decision statement. How actually it will works, it will be explained by this general form. Switch statement, within that we have one expression here. This expression returns some value. It may not be a conditional operator here, it may be anything, it may return some value here. This expression return value I am checking with the first case here. If this value and expression return value is matching, then the block 1 will be executed. If this expression value and here the value is not matched, then go to the next value. Match for the second value again. If the match found, then run the block 2. If the match not found, go to the next value, next value, next value. Like that, each value it will check with the output of the expression here. If no value in this case will be matched with the expression output, then the default portion will be executed, and this default block will be executed and break here and come out of the switch statement and display the next statement after the switch. Okay, this is the way our switch statement works. Now this can be explained by one diagram here. The switch statement is there, it's compared with the value. If the value is matching, run the block 1 and come out of the switch. Break means here come out of the switch. If the first expression is not matching with the value, then the expression is compared with the second value and block 2 is executed and come out of the switch. Like that, each value calculated checked with the expression, and if there is no value match will be done, default block will be executed and come out. This is the way we are using if statement. Now this is one example here. Now I have one index value is compared to switch here. If the index value contains 10, 9 or 8, I have to write here grade honor, grade is honor, and break means come out of the switch. If the grade is, if this index value is, here marks is converted into index value first. Okay, this index value is again checked for the 7, 6, because it is not 10, 9, 8 means it should be 7, 6. If it is not 7 and 6, if it is a 7 and 6, it is a first division. If it is not a 7 and 6, go for the 5th. If it is not a 5, then go for 4. If it is not a 4, then go for default. Default is nothing but a fail. Like that, I can use the same else if ladder just like a switch statement here. Okay, this is the way of using or branching and decision making.